Hello students, I am Dr. Swati Agrawal. Currently I am working in Kalinga University as an assistant professor in Department of Civil Engineering. Today we are here to discuss about the environmental engineering. The environment provides essentials such as clean air and safe drinking water. Therefore, environmental engineering has a significant impact on people's daily lives. It adds in the provision of safe drinking water, the reduction of water pollution, and the facility of proper waste disposal. Environmental engineers advise governments and private companies on managing waste so it doesn't pollute the environment. They calculate waste generation per capita for a sample population living in a specific area and recommended waste collection, management and disposal method. Environmental engineers uses the principle of biology, microbiology, engineering, chemistry, soil science and environmental science to create solution to people's daily problem. So, in first module today, we'll discuss about water demands. Water demands is categorized in three categories: types of water demands, factor affecting per capita demand, and variation in demand. So, first, we'll discuss about the water demands. Types of water demand. While designing the water supply scheme for a town or city, it is necessary to determine the total quantity of water required for various purposes by the city or a village. As a matter of fact, the first duty of engineer to determine the water demand of a town, then to find suitable water sources from where the demand can be met. But as there are so many factors involved in demand of water, it is not possible to calculate the actual demand. Certain empirical formula and thumb rule are employed in determining the water demand, which is very near to actual demand. There are few types of water demand which we can include in our courses. First is domestic water demand, industrial demand, third, institutional and commercial demand, fourth, demand for public uses, fifth, fire demand, last not the least is losses and wastage. First, we'll discuss about domestic water demand. The quantity of water required in the houses for drinking, bathing, cooking, washing, etc. is called domestic water demand and mainly depends upon the habits, social status, climate condition and custom of the people. As per condition, the domestic consumption of water in India is about 135 liters per day per capita. But in developed countries, the figure may be fluctuated up to 350 liters per day per capita because of uses of air coolers, air conditioners, maintenance of lawns, automatic household appliances. The domestic consumption are divided into several categories like drinking, cooking, bathing, cloth washing, utensil washing and house washing is included in 135 liter per day per capita. Second type, which is very important, industrial demand. The water required in industries mainly depends on the types of industry which are existing in the city. The water required by factories, paper mills, cloth mills, cotton mills, sugar refineries, etc. The quantity of water demand for industry purpose is around 20 to 25% of the total demand of the city. Next, third is institution and commercial demand. In institution and commercial demands will include all type of building like university, institution, commercial building and commercial center, including offices, warehouses, stores, hotel, shopping center, bus stop, railway station, etc. Next is demands for public uses. Quantity of water required for public utility purpose such as for washing of sprinkle on roads, cleaning of sewers, watering of public parks, gardens, public fountain, etc. comes under public demand. To meet the water demand for public uses, provision of 5% of the total consumption is made designing the water works for a city. Next, fire demand. Fire may be take place due to faulty electric wires, by short circuiting, fire catching material, explosion, etc. Next, we'll discuss our second topic of factor affecting per capita demand. Factor affecting can be divided into several categories. First, we'll discuss about climate condition. The quantity of water required in hotter and dry places is more than cold countries because of use of air coolers, air conditioners, sprinkling of water in lawns and gardens. Second, size of community. Water demands is more with increase of size of town because more water is required in street washing, running of sewers, maintenance of park and garden. Next, we'll discuss about living standard of the people. The per capita demand of the town increase with the standard of people living because of the use of air conditioner, room coolers, maintenance of lawns. Next, and very important, is industrial and commercial activities. As the quantity of water required in much more than domestic demand, their presence in the town well increases per capita demand for a town. As a matter of fact, the water required by the industry has no direct link with the population of the town. Next, system of sanitation. Per capita demand of the towns having water carriage system will be more than town where this system is not being used. Last, cost of the water. The cost of the water directly affects its demand. If the cost of water is more, less quantity of water will be used by the people as compared when the cost is low. Last topic of our module 1 is variation in demand. Like we have already discussed about the per capita demand, as we know, per capita demand is totally depends upon our living standard. So variation is demand is fluctuating by season to season. The per capita demand of town is the average consumption of water for a year. In practice, it has been seen that this demand does not remain uniform throughout the year, but it varies from season to season, even hour to hour. First, we'll discuss about seasonal variation. The water demands varies from season to season. In summer, the water demands is maximum because the people will use more water in bathing, cooling, lawn watering and street sprinkling. The demand will become minimum in winter because less water will be used in bathing and there will be no lawn watering. The variation may be up to 15% of the average demand of the year. Next, daily variation. In daily variation, we will calculate all the consumption of water which we used. The variation depends on the general habit of people, climate condition and character of city as industrial, commercial and residential. More than demand will be on Sundays and holidays due to more comfortable bathing, washing, etc. as compared to other working days. The maximum daily consumption is usually taken as 180% of the average consumption. Third, hourly demand. On Sunday and other holiday, the peak hour may be about 8 a.m. due to the late awaking, whereas it may be 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and minimum flow may be between 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. when most of the people are sleeping. But in highly industrial city where both day and night shift are working, the consumption is night may be more. The maximum consumption may be rise up to 200% than the average daily demand. The determination of the hourly variation is most necessary because on its basis the rate of pumping will be adjusted to meet up the demand in all hours. So students, we have covered module 1. Thank you for listening me. Thank you.